Hello everyone. My speech is on modern technology effects on society. Modern technology has had a huge negative impact on society. It affects every aspect of our lives and contributes to a technology-driven, polluted, and lazy-minded environment. We have become addicted and reliant on machines to think for us, entertain us, and tell us how to doctor ourselves. While technology has come a long way in curing diseases and helping bind injuries, it has also had negative consequences. Our use of antibiotics are leading to so-called superbugs that are resistant and more deadly, while our way of life is creating new medical problems, from obesity to new strains of flu. Also, modern technology is more costly and puts a financial burden on patients that they have not had in the past. New or increased use of medical technology contributes 40 to 50% to annual cost increases. Technology also contributes largely to environmental and health issues on Earth. According to a study carried out by the Bournemouth University, more people are developing the symptoms of mental decline of dementia. Deaths as a result of neurological illness rose in all 16 countries covered by the research. Scientists have blamed PCs, mobile phones, chemicals, and electronic devices for the shift. They found that there is not only a rise in the dementia cases, but triggering the earlier onset of these conditions also. Proof of this discovery is in the creation of two new charities, the Young Parkinson's Society and the Young Dementia Society in the UK. The need for these would have been inconceivable 30 years ago. Professor Pritchard said, "It is not a shock considering the changes over the last 30 years. The explosion of electronic devices, rises in background radiation, PCs, microwaves, TVs, mobile phones, road and air transport up fourfold, increasing background petrochemical pollution, chemical additives to food, etc. There is no one factor, rather the interaction between all of these environmental triggers reflecting changes in our conditions. Many safety concerns arise as well. Identity fraud is at an all-time high due to the amount of information that can be obtained with just the click of a button. The general purpose is to steal money, account information, credit, or someone's good name. Someone out there can get your name, your credit card, your bank account numbers, your social security number, or any combination of these things and pretend to be you. They can use this ability to run up outrageous bills or even commit crimes. In 2001 alone, the Federal Trade Commission logged more than 85,000 complaints from people whose identities had been stolen. And some consumer advocates suggest that as many as 750,000 identities are stolen each year. Predators can not only steal your identity, but they can physically harm you and or your property by knowing exactly where you live through sites such as Google Maps. Technology devices are also seen as a status symbol and have driven the crime of theft up. By 2012, Miami, Florida alone reported 15,000 theft crimes. The wrath of technology has touched our educational viewpoints as well. The ability to easily access information causes children and adults to become lazy. No longer do they learn how to access the resources from a public library or an encyclopedia. They rely on the information that is solely available on the internet. This act alone limits their educational process. What would happen if the internet were to crash? These students would lack the ability to find information any other way. Did you know that most grade school children are not being taught how to write in cursive? The school system has decided that because a student will always be able to type their work more quickly than they could ever write it, the act of learning cursive is useless. The sad reality of this situation is that the next generation will not only lack the skill of writing in cursive and being able to sign their name, but they will also lack the ability to read it. Cards, letters, historical documents will all look like that they are in a different language to some. Because of the ability to collect and organize data, we have become a nation that dwells on test scores and has become to teach only skills that appear on standardized testing. Calculators have also stunted the growth in the educational process. Long division is no longer necessary now that calculators are allowed in the classrooms. Communication aspects are thriving, but our connections? The easy access to internet communication boards and texting and email devices make it very easy for people to choose only that access to communicate. They miss out on the physical and emotional bonds that come from a one-on-one interaction. And what once was a sweet gesture of hello or happy birthday have now become largely expressed through a typed message on a techno device. Quite often, the ability to quickly type whatever you are thinking without an initial consequence has caused many relationships to be damaged from things that get carelessly posted, emailed, or text. People say things that may be funny to one friend or one family member, but may be offensive to others. It is also easy for people to say inappropriate things to anyone they choose, regardless of their marital status. The thrill of being flirty or complimented without the fear of public rejection has caused some marriages to fail, or at least be burdened. Feelings get hurt, relationships suffer, when in the past this temptation was not as high. It is unfortunate, but with the benefits of technology comes risks and factors that are more harmful than we would like to admit. We turn a blind eye to the dangers in order to reap the rewards, but at some point it is bound to catch up with society. Thank you.